I'm going to be sharing with you in this video the secret to manifest more money, because there's such a big fear in society around how am I going to make the money that I need? How am I going to manifest what I want? What if I don't have enough money? Like, there's this crippling fear that we have in society, and like we really don't trust ourselves to make the money that we need to manifest what we want. And I think that is absolutely unacceptable. You are extremely powerful. You have all the resources that you need to manifest all the money that you need to get what you want. And I'm going to end that fear of money in this video right here, right now. So let's talk about that in this video. So if you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that notification bell, because I do actually post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. And the first thing that I want to share with you in this video in terms of the secret to manifest more money and break this fear and this crippling fear of I don't have enough money and what am I going to do if I don't have enough money is to, number one, understand that what you want to be focusing on to get more money, to increase the abundance in your life, is to, number one, get out of poverty consciousness. That should be your main focus. You don't need to be focusing on anything in the external unless you naturally are guided to do something in the external that leads you to get out of that victim poverty mindset. Because personally in my life, I've been on both ends of the spectrum. I've been in poverty consciousness. I've had very low amounts of money, and I've been in what I call an abundant state of consciousness where I have lots of money in that state, personally for me. And what I found is that, first of all, both of those states of consciousness are a choice to step into either of those states. And also what I found in my experience is that actually how much money I had in my account was never the dictator for how much money I'm gonna make next. What allowed me to make more money in the next moment, regardless of what was happening now, was the place that I was coming from, which is, of course, what I'm here to share with you is that you need to get out of poverty consciousness first and foremost. Now, how do you do this? Well, first of all, understand that poverty consciousness is a state. It's a mindset. It's a state of consciousness. And that entire program will lead you to believe that actually you don't have enough money, that you can't get the money that you need to manifest what you want. And it's just simply not the truth. Here's my claim. Anything that you want to manifest, anything that you truly need the money for, there is a way to get that money. I don't care if you're in debt. I don't care if you've never had money in your life. I don't care where you grew up. I don't care what your circumstances are. These things are only going to be a limitation for you to get to an abundant state of consciousness if you allow those limitations to define who you are. You have to think, you have to have a mentality of like, I'm gonna go get that money because there's always a way. There's always a way. It doesn't matter what it is. There's always a way. There's always a way. You know, Rhonda Byrne, when she was making The Secret, before The Secret blew up, you do realize that she had, like, I don't know the exact number, but at least tens of thousands of dollars of debt, maybe even in the hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt. And she kept doubling down on her business on The Secret. All her money, she was totally in debt. She didn't talk about it. She didn't let anybody know. She didn't complain about it. She didn't tell anybody how she's in debt. She just kept finding the money that she needed to invest in the next thing that she knew would get a return. And that's exactly what happened. And that's been my experience. If I needed to invest in a coaching program and I had some weird situation financially, I found the money and I made more money after, and I got a return on that money. You need to get out of poverty consciousness. Your main focus should be to increase your state of consciousness and the place you come from. Now, what this means though is that it's not just an internal gain. It does actually connect with the external, because when you make your goal to increase your state of consciousness and the place you come from, that might lead you to go reach out to somebody that already has money. That might lead you to go take an action and learn something about how to get into a different state of consciousness. Because of course, you need to do some things in the external that will get you into that state of abundance. For sure, it's all connected. But If you make your priority the place that you come from, you'll find the right people. You'll find the right resources. First of all, you'll be open to the opportunities that are around you that you weren't even open to before in that lower state of consciousness that can help you to go get what you want. Not to mention that you can actually go get those things, and those things are also going to help you to get what you want as well. But now you're not going to be dependent on those things to feel like you need them to be fulfilled. You already have that sense of security in your own being just by being who you are, because you know that your sense of security does not depend on the money in your account. Okay, I'm going to say that one more time. Your sense of security in your body and how safe you feel does not need to depend on how much money is in your account. If you have a dependency on feeling secure with the money that's in your account, what's going to happen most of the times is that you will get a reflection of that. Now that might sound like a hard thing to understand. It's like, how am I supposed to change my state if I don't have the money to buy food? I need to do this. Most of the times, all these concerns that people have, it's like, what about this? What about that? It's like, you're fine. You have the food and the water that you need. Like if you're in some third world country and you don't have the food and water that you need, look, I understand it might not be that simple because it depends on where you're at in life. But if you're accessing this video, watching this video on YouTube, on your smartphone, on a computer, or wherever you are, most likely you're fine and you have food and you have water and you're going to be just fine. So I'm not telling you what actions to take. I'm not telling you how to live your life. But any fear that you have around why you can't go in that direction because I don't have the money, lies. You can always find a way if you actually want to go there. The question is, do you actually want to go there, or are you telling stories that you want to go there when really you don't? If you really want to go there, there's always a way. And that's been my experience. And I've seen stories and heard stories of very successful people that have had extremely similar experiences to me, and it's always the case. If I let myself go into some lower states of consciousness and being poverty consciousness, my money and my abundance and the opportunities that I get reflect that always. It's been 100% of the time correlated. Now, of course, did I use certain structures in my life that allowed me to get my money? Yes, I did. But would I have been open to those structures and those plans that worked for me perfectly had I not expended my awareness? No, I wouldn't have. Think about it like this. I wouldn't be open to those opportunities that help me get money had I stayed stuck in that lower limitation of poverty consciousness. When I expended my awareness, it's like, oh yeah, I can do this, I can do that, I can do that. It's like all these opportunities came to my mind. That only happened when I expanded my awareness and opened myself up to the abundance state of consciousness. So that's what I encourage you to prioritize, is your state of consciousness and the place that you're coming from. Now, the second thing that I want to share with you in this video in terms of the secret to manifest more money is number 2, go find abundant people. Like if you want to manifest a 20K a month business in any kind of area, whatever kind of business you want to do, go talk to that person. Go find that person. If you want to become an incredibly powerful artist and make a full-time income doing your art, go find an artist that is already where you are. You don't need to figure this out on your own. The ego is like, I'm going to figure it out all on my own. It's like, you don't need to figure it on your own. You can do it completely on your own. You can do it completely in your own unique way. You can be completely sovereign. You can be completely free. You can be completely in your own power, yet that doesn't contradict asking for help and reaching out to people that are already where you want to be. This whole idea of I need to do it alone and I'm going to not talk to people, it's a complete sham. It's a complete illusion. Think about it like this. You've never actually done anything alone. Anything that you think, I'm going to do this alone, you picked up from somewhere, like you picked it up somewhere. Nothing you've ever done has ever been alone. You've always picked up your skills from somewhere. You've got it passed down from, lineages and generations. Anything that you're embodied right now in your spirit that you think, I'm going to run away from society and do it alone, go ahead and do it alone. But anything you've embodied, you got from somebody and you didn't get there by yourself. So if you need to take some time alone to integrate what you learned from the outside world, then of course go do that and go trust that. But what I'm telling you though is that if you want to manifest more money, I highly encourage you, in my personal opinion, not to do it alone. Don't do it alone. Go find somebody that is where you want to be. It doesn't have to be me. It's like, oh, he's just saying that because he wants me to, join his coaching program. I don't care if you join my coaching program. If you want to join me and join my coaching program and you resonate with something that I'm sharing with you, then by all means join my coaching program. But if you think that I don't have what you need, then don't join my coaching program. Go find somebody else that you believe has what you want, where you trust them and you trust yourself to make what they're going to teach you actually work. That's the most critical thing, is that you have to trust yourself to make what they're teaching work for you. If you don't trust yourself and you're in some poverty consciousness and you go ask for help, it's just not going to work. You'll find a reason to not believe them. You'll defend why you can't create it. You'll defend your limitations. There they'll be, right there, telling you everything you need to manifest the money that you want, yet you're going to reject it. You're going to complain about why you can't have it. You're going to it's like, that's the ego. It's like, I can't. It's like limitation. How about you screw all of that? Open yourself up and go ask for help. Let go of your ego. Go ask for support, but trust yourself fully. If you don't trust yourself, I would encourage you even not to go ask for help. Ground yourself in your being first. At least that's how I run my life. That's how my value system is, but do what resonates for you, and then go ask for help. But the point is, you want to go ask people for help. You want to go ask for support and find the abundant people that are already where you want to be. You can reinvent the wheel any way that you want, and create things in your own way. But also, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Anything that you want that is completely in alignment with your soul has already been created, has already existed, and already does exist. And all you have to do is go look for it, because what you look for, you will always find in life. Now, number 3, the last thing that I want to share with you in this video in terms of the secret to manifest more money, it's number 3, be willing to invest/give money. Most people want to receive large amounts of money, but they're not willing to give large amounts of money. This is why 90% of lottery winners actually lose their money in the first year. Because imagine if you are in some poverty consciousness, you don't know how money works, you don't know how abundance works, you don't know how the energy of money works, you've never been informed how the energy of money works and how this correlates with your level of consciousness and your awareness and the traits that you embody. So you've never been taught. Schools don't teach you how to embody money. Nobody has ever taught you. Imagine you manifest $10 million from the lottery. What are you going to do with that money? Do you know how to invest that money? Do you know how to make that money appreciate in value over time? Do you know how to get more money from that money? Or are you going to be so scared of losing the money and then actually hold on to the money, and then actually what's going to happen is that the universe will take the money away from you? You'll create some self-fulfilling prophecy, you'll create some situation, and you'll of course blame the outside world when it was never the outside world. It was you. It was your lack of awareness. It was your lack of development in the area of money. It was your lack of consciousness in the area of money. Of course, that's what it is, but the person will never admit that to themselves, because they're going to complain why everything's wrong, why they're a victim. Of course, that's pretty obvious from my perspective, at least. Hopefully it is for you too. If you are aware of what I've just said, congrats. You either have a lot of money or you're going to manifest a lot of money soon, because you're in that awareness and you understand what's happening. Now, what I want to share with you though, not always, it depends on what you want to manifest, because everybody has different desires. You could have an extremely abundant state of consciousness, but that might mean to somebody else no money. You don't necessarily need to manifest money. So really what I'm teaching you here is a secret to abundance, not just money, because money is just a reflection of abundance if you need it to feel abundant and to go where you need to go from that state of consciousness. I hope that makes sense. But whatever the case is though, if we're talking about money in particular here, you need to be willing to give money. You have to be willing to give money. You're willing to receive money, win the lottery, whatever, but are you willing to give back? Are you willing to invest in resources, in people that are where you trust yourself to get a return on that money? Because when you make an investment in somebody, you're not investing in them. You're investing in yourself, where you trust yourself to get a return on that money. When you're investing money in a coach or a mentor or something that you believe is going to help you get a return, that person's not going to help you get a return. They'll give you the resources. They'll give you the knowledge. They'll give you the support. They'll show up for you. They'll give you everything you need to manifest more money, to get a return on that investment. But you have to trust yourself to get a return on that investment. They can't control that. And so you need to be willing to trust yourself to give that money, knowing that it'll come back to you, knowing that you'll find a way to manifest the money back, knowing that you trust yourself to see the opportunity that you need to get that money back. That's the secret to money, is be willing to allow the flow of money to flow through you. When you receive money, you appreciate it. When you give money out, you appreciate it. When you receive money, you appreciate it, and then you give back more to people, trusting that you'll get more. And when you receive even more, you give back even more. If you manifest a lot of money, you give back even more money, and then you get more back, and then you give back even more, and then you allow this flow of money to flow through you, and you're not holding on. You're not holding on because you realize that abundance, it's not about holding on to the money. Holding on to money, being scared of losing it, is that abundance? Just hear me out for a second. Is that abundance? To be scared of losing the money? Let's say you have, like $1 million in your account or whatever, but you're scared of losing it. Is that abundance? It's not abundance. That's lack. That's poverty consciousness. Poverty consciousness doesn't always have to do with how much money you have in your account. You could have $100 million in your account, but if you're scared of losing it, that's not abundance. That is poverty consciousness. And I'm going to make a claim that if you are scared enough, you'll lose the money. You lose the money. If you're in reactivity enough, you'll lose the money. I don't care how much you have. I don't care how much success you've built. If you go back to the old pattern of reactivity, believing the outside world controls you, you will lose the money. If you hold a groundedness in your being, if you hold a groundedness in who you are, you invest the money, you give the money, you allow the money to flow, you're always going to have enough and you won't lose the money. And with that, I conclude this video. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. It's also going to be in the comments of this video as well. I do have extremely limited spots available for coaching, so if you do want to work with me one-on-one personally, be sure to apply as soon as possible. Also, if this video was supportive for you in any way, leave a comment down below sharing what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and I read every single comment. Also, lastly, please hit that like button for me so that more people can get access to this content, because I do actually believe that every single person on this planet does deserve to know that they are divine creators of their reality, and that actually they can manifest their reality and do so in the most effortless and easeful way possible, helping themselves and helping others in the process as well. And hitting that like button does help the YouTube algorithm push the videos out to more people, and that would be greatly appreciated. As always, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.